The village of Dunmere lay hidden between ancient hills, its wooden cottages hunched against the creeping embrace of the forest. The roads leading in were narrow and winding, choked with gnarled roots that seemed to reach for travelers' feet. Most never ventured this far into the deep countryside. Those who did rarely stayed. Amelia Hart, a historian with an obsession for lost traditions, had read about Dunmere in an old weathered manuscript, the Hollow Testament. It spoke of rituals long forgotten, of whispered chants beneath harvest moons, and of a god older than time. But what intrigued her most was a single line, scrawled in a trembling hand. When the drums start, lock your doors. Do not look, do not listen, and above all, do not follow. She arrived in Dunmere in late autumn, when the trees stood bare and skeletal, their branches clawing at the gray sky. The air smelled of damp moss and burning wood, and though the villagers greeted her politely, there was a cautious distance in their eyes. "Passing through?" a man at the inn asked as he poured her tea. "No," Amelia said, unfolding her notebook. "I'm here to study your traditions, particularly the Hollow Gathering." Silence settled over the room like frost. The old man beside the fire coughed into his sleeve, and a woman tightened her shawl. "That's just stories," the innkeeper muttered. "Nothing to concern yourself with." "And if I wanted to see it for myself?" Amelia pressed. The innkeeper set the teapot down with a sharp clink. His knuckles whitened. "You'd be making a mistake." That night, as she lay in the lumpy bed of the inn, the first distant drum beat echoed through the valley. Boom! It was deep, resonant, as if the earth itself had exhaled. Boom! Amelia sat up, her breath shallow. She glanced at her watch. Midnight. The words from the manuscript whispered in her mind. Do not look, do not listen, and above all, do not follow. But Amelia had spent years chasing myths. She wasn't about to turn back now. Throwing on her coat, she stepped outside into the cold. A pale mist curled between the trees, and in the distance beyond the village, she saw lights flickering in the forest. The drums pulsed like a heartbeat, steady and unrelenting. Drawn forward, she followed the sound, her boots sinking into the damp earth. The deeper she went, the more the trees seemed to close in, their bark twisted into grotesque shapes. Whispers threaded through the air, not words, but something older, something primal. The clearing lay ahead, bathed in the flickering glow of torches. At its center stood a towering effigy of woven branches and bones. Its face was hollow, two gaping voids where eyes should have been. A jagged mouth stretched wide as if frozen in silent laughter. Around it, the villagers moved in slow, deliberate steps, their eyes glassy, mouths whispering in unison. And in front of them stood a figure cloaked in tattered robes, a crown of thorns resting upon its brow. The drums stopped. Silence crashed over the clearing, thick as suffocating fog. The robed figure lifted its head, and though it had no discernible face, Amelia felt its gaze pierce her. You should not have come. A sharp pain stabbed through her skull, and the world tilted. Her vision blurred. When it cleared, she was standing among them, among the villagers, their hands outstretched toward the effigy, and she could not move. Terror clawed at her chest as her body acted against her will. Her feet carried her forward, hands lifting toward the empty, grinning mouth of the effigy. The whispering voices coiled around her mind, filling it with visions of roots and rot, of a hollow thing waiting beneath the earth. She screamed. The last thing Amelia saw was the gaping darkness swallowing her whole, pulling her down into the endless void beyond the effigy's maw. By morning, Dunmere was quiet once more. Her notebook lay half buried beneath the autumn leaves. No one spoke of her, no one asked questions, and when the drums began again the next year, the villagers danced as they always had, one more voice joining the whispers in the wind.